Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Venus. I'm a servant of God on a mission to bring hope to the hopeless through reading and teaching the scriptures. Today I have a powerful story of a man named Jonah who tried to run from the Lord's instructions, but instead he learned a powerful lesson about obedience, mercy, and second chances. This story also highlights God's relentless love and the incredible things that can happen to us when we finally say yes to God's call over our lives. So let's dive straight into it. Jonah was a prophet of God, chosen for a divine assignment. God commanded him, "Go to Nineveh and preach against their wickedness." But instead of obeying, Jonah ran the opposite way, boarding a ship to Tarshish, as far from Nineveh as possible. I wonder why Jonah ran from the Lord's instructions. Was it fear or pride? Or maybe perhaps Jonah didn't want God's mercy over the people of Nineveh. But either way, you can't outrun the Lord. Let's continue. While Jonah was on the ship, a massive storm hit. The sailors were all terrified and they cried out to their gods, but nothing worked. Finally, Jonah confessed, "I'm running from the Lord. Throw me into the sea, and the storm will stop." The sailors, desperate to survive, threw Jonah overboard, but God in his mercy didn't let Jonah perish. Instead, he sent a great fish to swallow Jonah, where he remained for 3 days and 3 nights. I can imagine the fear in Jonah's mind, in isolation, total darkness in that fish. Wow, that was incredible. In the belly of the fish, Jonah did something incredible, powerful. He prayed. He acknowledged God's sovereignty and repented for his disobedience. And when he surrendered, God commanded the fish to spit him out onto dry land. After his second chance, Jonah finally obeyed and he went to Nineveh and preached a simple message. In 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown. To his surprise, the entire city repented. From the king to the common people, they all prayed and fasted and turned from their evil ways. And God, full of mercy, forgave them and spared the city. You would think Jonah was celebrating, right? But no, he was angry. He didn't want Nineveh to receive mercy. Jonah cared more about his own desires than God's heart for people. So God used a plant to teach Jonah a lesson. And the plant gave Jonah shade, but God caused it to wither. Jonah was upset about losing the plant, yet didn't seem to care about the souls of 120,000 people. God spoke to Jonah and said, "Should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, where more than 120,000 people cannot tell their right hand from their left?" Powerful indeed. So, what is the key lesson that we can learn from this story? Obedience to God is non-negotiable. Delayed obedience is also disobedience. Jonah ran from the Lord's instruction, and that cost him greatly. What are the consequences of disobedience? Chaos, isolation, and unnecessary pain. Running from God can bring so much chaos into your life and those around you. Jonah found himself alone and isolated, engulfed with fear in the fish due to his disobedience. But on the bright side of things, what are the benefits of obedience? Let's find out. Peace and clarity, second chances, impact on others, and divine blessings. Obedience aligns us with God's perfect plan. So if you're someone who is running from the Lord's instruction today and you feel engulfed and overwhelmed, afraid, and you feel like everything around you is just impossible, Let me remind you, God's plans for you are good, and when you trust Him fully, He will use you to impact lives, just like He did with Jonah. Don't wait for the storm of the belly to swallow you in. Say yes to God today. Trust Him, obey Him, and watch His mercy unfold in your life. And remember, obedience brings blessings. We can find the story of Jonah in the book of Jonah, chapter 1 to chapter 4. I really hope this story inspired someone today. Like and subscribe if you want more biblical stories. Until then, stay tuned and stay blessed.